Hello, surgeon. Welcome to the Empowered Surgeons group or surgeon group. I have so much drama over putting an S at the end or not. I'm so glad that you are here. I am Dr. Mel Thacker. I am an ENT surgeon, an otolaryngologist, and I'm a professional certified coach. A little bit about me. I have been a surgeon for the last 12 years. I am rhinology trained. I finished my fellowship in 2013. My first job out of training was in a perpetual employment that it sold itself as an academic position at the University of Florida. And I quickly realized that that wasn't going to work for me. And so I left that and joined a private practice. And I was there for almost a decade. And I built an incredible practice for myself. I got really busy really quick. I became a known name in the community. I built a really great reputation, and I took really excellent care of adult patients for sinus and nose problems. And that was great for a really long time until it wasn't. In 2020, the pandemic kind of took all of my addiction to work away. I couldn't go on vacations. I couldn't spend my days working. I just had to kind of learn to be alone in a room. And I realized all of my feelings of worthlessness and how I attached my sense of self and my identity to myself as a surgeon, and how I was always getting external validation with approval from patients and with money, with financial compensation. And so I was on this hedonic treadmill where I'm just trying to get all of the financial compensation and get all of like the good reviews and get all of the patients' approvals and everybody telling me that I'm the best. And so that really opened my eyes, as well as a couple of moments where I had a board investigation twice. I had 2 board investigations for really silly things. It made me realize that oh my gosh, like everything, I could have everything taken away all at once. The pandemic and these board of investigations and some complications made me realize like, oh my gosh, I could lose everything. And if I lost everything, then who am I? And I realized that without being a surgeon, without having surgery, I didn't know who I was. And so that really opened my eyes. I started to have panic attacks at work in 2021, which was like my body grabbing me and saying, like, you have to do something about this. You cannot ignore this and just work through it. And so I did something about it. I stopped, I looked inward, and I did a ton of internal work. And I came out the other side of it a better human, a better surgeon, a better mother, a better wife, a better friend. And because of all of that, once I learned what I learned and I started applying it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is something everyone needs to learn. Every surgeon needs to learn this. Why didn't I have this when I came out of training? And so when I finally finished my career at the very end of 2024, December of 2024, I was on top of my game. I was taking the most incredible care of patients. I was the most efficient in the operating room. I had the most fun time in the operating room, no panic attacks. My clinics went so efficiently. I developed the most authentic, connected relationships with patients. I keep telling my husband, I left when I was like at the top of my game. I left like Seinfeld. Like everything was going really, really well. My sense of purpose changed though. In addition to the moral injury of the profession and feeling undervalued by basically knowing that like I can't work for insurance companies anymore. I just am not willing to give up my autonomy. Not to say that you have to choose that as well. I decided the only way I can be a surgeon is in a direct care practice. And I wasn't willing to start a direct care practice because my brain was so focused on trying to help surgeons like you. My new purpose became helping surgeons find fulfillment and joy and regain their power again and rediscover themselves. And that became my new driving force, right? My new life force. And because that has filled me up and I realize I'm really good at it, and I'm able to do that, and it fills me up just as much or more as surgery was. I was willing to let surgery go. And so now this is my new life's purpose. This is where I have a positive impact, is by resourcing surgeons like you, teaching you everything that I learned without having to go through all of the growing pains of, panic attacks and sleepless nights. I don't want you to have to go through any of that. And so I want to give you all of the lessons I learned, and that's where I have packaged all of this for you in these set of modules. And so in this never before created, really innovative, unique course, you are going to have first a set of modules, a set of classrooms called Anatomy of a Surgeon. And that is going to take you through what it's like to be a human. What is a human? We have, we have a limbic system. We have emotions that drive our actions. We have a primitive brain that wants to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and conserve energy. We have an executive brain, a prefrontal cortex that plans and can make all of our dreams come true if we're able to manage it. And we have an animal body. And I teach you how to leverage your executive brain in order to create results in your life that you really want, instead of being at the whims of your emotions or living at the whims of circumstances. I like to think of it as helping you become a surfer of circumstances. And so life can throw whatever it wants at you. You are able to kind of adjust your weight on your surfboard just a little bit so that you don't get knocked off. And so that's what you will learn to do by understanding what it's like to be a human, understanding how to manage your brain, manage your emotions, how to manage your body, and how to leverage that to create the results you want. Also in the milieu, the external milieu of surgery culture. And so we go into what you have been exposed to so that we can open your eyes and give you some clarity of your environment with the context of you being a human. You are not just an emotionless robot. A lot of us think that as surgeons, we shouldn't have to eat or sleep or rest or play. Like, we don't need to do that. You need to do all of that. You're just a regular human. So I help you recognize and step into your humanity and incorporate that with being a surgeon as well. The next set of classrooms is going to be so incredible. It's going to blow your mind. It's called an unshakable surgeon self-concept. And this is like nothing you have ever seen before. I am telling you, that set of modules, that set of classrooms is worth the cost of this entire program. You are going to learn about essentialism, about becoming an essentialist surgeon in the clinic, in the OR. You're going to learn about really creating an ironclad, a completely unshakable, unbreakable self-concept so that you know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to be able to do your job well. In training, you learned the how. You learned how to operate. You learned how to take care of patients. This is going to fill in the blank of who you are, who you have to be. Once you get clear on who you have to be, and you incorporate that with all of the how you learned in training, there is no stopping you. The sky isn't even your limit. Now you can move in whatever direction you want to go. First step is always getting clear on who you are, okay? And so that unshakable surgeon self-concept will help you get clear on who you are. It'll give you some tools in order to get really, really crystal clear on the who before you show up and start trying to execute the how. And then we're going to get into mastering drama, which is really, really important to understand what drama is and how to manage it. Because as human beings, we love drama. That's why we all love to watch reality TV. But when there's drama in your life, it drains your capacity, it wastes your time. And so understanding drama and learning how to drop the drama, learning how to manage other humans when they bring their drama, it's going to open up so many doors for you. And then finally, it's going to be mastering emotions. As human beings, everything we do is to either feel something or not feel something. And so understanding the human emotions, understanding emotions that keep you stuck and spinning in one spot, and emotions that move you forward is going to be really important in order for you to create the life that you want to live. And so that is what I'm offering you today. I am so excited you're here, and you can get started right away with the Anatomy of a Surgeon modules right after you finish this. And welcome to the Empowered Surgeons group. I am so excited that you're here. You are going to get so much value from this incredible course. I will see you in the next classroom.